Good 9 reading comprehension. The Still Alarm. Characters: Ed, an English gentleman; Bob, an English businessman; Bellboy. Vital note. It is important that the entire play should be acted calmly and politely in the manner of an English drawing room comedy. No actor ever raises his voice. Every line must be read as though it were an invitation to a cup of tea. If this direction is disregarded, the play has no point at all. The scene is at a hotel bedroom, 2 windows in the rear wall with a bed between them. A telephone stand is at one end of the bed, and a dresser is near the other. In the right wall is a door leading to the hall with a chair nearby. In the left wall is a door to another room. Near it is a small table and 2 chairs. Ed and Bob are on the stage. Ed is getting into his overcoat as the curtain rises. Both are at the hall door. Ed: Well, Bob, it's certainly been nice to see you again. Bob: It was nice to see you. You seldom you come to town so seldom. I hardly ever get a chance to. Well, you know how it is. A business trip is always more or less of a bore. Next time, you've got to come out to the house. I want to come out. I just had to stick around the hotel this trip. Oh, I understand. Well, give my best to Edith. Bob, remembering something. Oh, I say, Ed, wait a minute. What's the matter? I knew I wanted to show you something. Crosses to the table, gets roll of blueprints from drawer. Did you know I'm going to build? Follows to table. A house? You bet it's a house. Knock on the hall door. Come in. Spreads plans. I just got these yesterday. Ed sits. Well, that's fine. The knock is repeated, louder. Both men now give full attention to the door. Come in. Bellboy enters. Mr. Barclay? Well? I've a message from the clerk, sir, for Mr. Barclay personally. Bob crosses to the boy. I'm Mr. Barclay. What's the message? The hotel is on fire, sir. What's that? The hotel is on fire. This hotel? Yes, sir. Well, is it bad? It looks pretty bad, sir. You mean it's going to burn down? Bellboy. Well, we think so. Yes, sir. Bob, a low whistle of surprise. Well, we better leave. Yes, sir. Going to burn down, huh? Yes, sir. If you'll step to the window, you'll see. Bob goes to the window. Yes, that's pretty bad. To Ed. I say, you really ought to see this. Ed crosses to the window, peers out. It's reached the floor right underneath. Bellboy. Yes, sir. The lower part of the hotel is about gone, sir. Bob, still looking out, looks up. Still all right up above, though. Turns to Boy. Have they notified the fire department? I wouldn't know, sir. I'm only the bellboy. Well, that's the thing to do, obviously. Nods his head to each one as if the previous line was a bright idea. Notify the fire department. Just call them up. Give them the name of the hotel. Wait a minute. I can do better than that for you. To the bellboy. Ring through to the chief and tell him that Ed Jameson told you to telephone him. To Bob. We went to school together, you know. That's fine. To the boy. Now, get that right. Tell the chief that Mr. Jameson said to ring him. Ed Jameson. Yes, Ed Jameson. Yes, sir. Turns to go. Oh, boy. Pulls out a handful of change and picks out a coin. Here you are. Thank you, sir. Bellboy exits. Ed sits at table, lights cigarette, and throws a match on the rug, then steps on it. There's a moment's pause. Well? Crosses and looks out the window. Say, we'll have to get out of here pretty soon. Ed, going to the window. How is it? No better? Worse, if anything. It'll be up here in a few moments. What floor is this? 11th. 11. We couldn't jump then. Oh, no, you could never jump. Comes away from the window to the dresser. Well, I've got to go get my things together. Pulls out suitcase, smoothing out the plans. Who made these for you? A fellow here, Rawlings. Turns a shirt in his hand. I ought to call one of the other hotels for a room. Oh, you can get in. They're pretty crowded. He feels something on the sole of his feet, inspects it. Say, the floor's getting hot. I know it. It's stuffy in the room, too. Phew! He looks around and then goes to the phone. Hello, ice water in 1118. He crosses to the table. At bed. That's the stuff. He packs. You know, if I move to another hotel, I'll never get my mail. Everybody thinks I'm stopping here. Ed, studying the plans. Say, this isn't bad. Bob eagerly. Do you like it? Remembers his plight. Suppose I go to another hotel and there's a fire there too. You've got to take some chance. I know, but here I'm sure. Phone rings. Oh, answer that, will you, Ed? To the dresser and back. Ed crosses to the phone. Sure. At phone. Hello? Oh, that's good. Fine. What? Oh, well, wait a minute. To Bob. The firemen are downstairs and some of them want to come up to this room. Bob. Tell them, of course. Ed at the phone. All right, come right up. Hangs up, crosses and sits at table. Now we'll get some action. Questions. Details in lines 1 to 10 suggest that A, the actors should disregard the stage directions. B, B, tone of the play is the source of its humor. C, setting of the play is the basis of the theme. Or D, performers should overplay the actions. Question 2. The questions posed by Ed and Bob in response to the bellboy's announcement that the hotel is on fire are ironic in that Ed and Bob are A, concerned about their own reputations, B, preoccupied with their own well-being, C, insufficiently prepared to react to the situation, D, unexpectedly calm in the light of the circumstances. Number 3. In context, the phrase nods head to each other as if the previous line was a bright idea in lines 52 to 53 serves to A, dramatize the abruptness of Bob's actions, B, reinforce the insincerity of Bob's statement, C, exaggerate the absurdity of Bob's suggestion, D, highlight the impulsiveness of Bob's behavior. Question 4. In the quotations Ed Jameson, line 60, and yes, Ed Jameson, line 61, italics are used to indicate the A, emphasis Ed is placing upon familiarity with the fire chief, B, significance Ed is assigning to his influence over the bellboy, C, condescending attitude Ed has towards the bellboy, D, skeptical view Ed has toward the fire chief. Question 5. As illustrated in lines 55 to 64, this play, which is to be staged in the manner of an English drawing room comedy, line 2, is to be performed with A, improvised actions, B, unrealistic dialogue, C, underplayed emotions, D, inconsistent behavior. Question 6. In context, Ed's request for ice water in 1118, line 83, can best be described as A, abrupt, B, excessive, C, impractical, D, inconsiderate. Question 7. In lines 92 to 97, the men's reaction to the phone call informing them that the firemen are coming to their room indicates that they have A, been overwhelmed by the situation, B, discussed appropriate solutions to the situation, C, found an effective plan to deal with the situation, D, been unable to deal realistically with the situation. Question 8. Throughout this excerpt, both Ed and Bob behave in a manner that is mainly A, excited, B, agitated, C, reserved, or D, frustrated. Question 9. The writer of this excerpt reveals events primarily by using A, contrast, B, imagery, C, dialogue, or D, narration.